We're here with head coach Julius Barnes and guard Aaron after the Academy Award 71-68 victory over Simon Fraser. We'll start with you, Coach Barnes. Coach Barnes, tell us a little bit about, you guys had a lead in the second half. Simon Fraser came back a little bit. Tell us how you got your team rallied around holding the lead and playing on the win.
Well, credit to Simon Fraser for sticking around. I mean, they hit some shots down at the end and made a game of it. I thought we were in control for the most part, most of the game, but again, we had to get some key stops down at the end. We were fortunate enough for Brian to make a heads-up play and get the steal, and that basically gave us time to run some more clock and get fouled.
And you talked a lot this year about making those plays on the stretch and how sometimes you guys haven't been able to do that. What is it that you've been stressing to your team in practice or tonight's game in particular that what is it that changed tonight?
Well, basketball is a game of runs. We got out and held a fairly decent lead for most of the game, and then they made a run. And they ended up going up by one with some, with a few minutes left on the clock. But our guys kept our composure, and that's basically, it's a big step in the right direction in terms of being able to win a close game like that, especially when you've been in control most of the game.
And talk a little bit about a lot of the guys on the team tonight who contributed. Again, who made those big stops on the line were your younger players, like Brian Fisher with a steal, Aaron Anderson sitting next to you, who's a sophomore. How they, what does that show on these young players to show that they can make those big plays on the stretch?
Well, basically, I mean, they're out there for a reason, and they're out there because they can play. Specifically tonight, Aaron doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet aside from, but he had 7 rebounds. And he did some things that actually, don't show up on the stat sheet. He was able to pressure Ravio and not let him get comfortable. And that's huge for us. So when we can get pressure on the defensive end, which Aaron was able to do tonight, that definitely helps us and helps us get out and transition on the break, which I think is where we're at our best.
All right, Aaron, we'll go to you now. Ravio's over 40% shooter from the field, and it was he was kind of your assignment all night. Talk a little bit about your mindset going into guarding someone like that who has that kind of reputation.
About that, I was talking to Coach earlier, and he was telling me, to take it as an honor that I was chosen to guard such a pretty good player, and that's how I come out and I defend it. I don't want to back down from the challenge, and I think tonight I took that challenge head on. I did a good job.
And you find yourself around the ball a lot, picking up a couple steals, and again, those 7 rebounds are big. What do you think it is about this game in particular that he's got you in the right position, or what was it tonight that?
Part of me in my head is I want to win. We're undefeated at home. I know I'm a defensive player first, and I'm just trying to do as much as I can to win and make my teammates better, whether it's finding any type of rebound I can, grabbing it, steal, pressure, driving, kick, as much as I can.
All right, and then Coach, you got a couple weeks off now before your next game. How you guys going to prepare over break? I know you have a little time off for the holidays, but what's the plan for coming into Hawaii?
Well, it's going to be a huge test for us, to play 3 games in 7 days against all quality teams. BYU Hawaii has always been pretty good, and nothing's changed this year. HPU, we know has some athletes and they've got some good players, and Chaminade, they beat Texas in the Classic there. So we got our work cut out for us, but it'll start on the 27th when we resume practice. And guys will get after it. They'll have a week to recuperate, but 27th, we've got to get after it, and we only have about a week to prepare before we go to Hawaii.
All right, thanks guys. Congrats.
Thank you.